This is my third episode. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned after the interview, and Valerie the Vulture, I will be playing one of their songs. James Dean. They're fucking rad. Also, this will be airing Friday, October 1st. Come down to Flamingo Vintage and check the girls out yourself. Hello, 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 and welcome back to First Fridays with Finn Formica. I am Finn Formica, and this is my third episode, and I'm glad to have y'all back. I'm here with Keaton Butler and Willa Ray of Valerie the Vulture. They will be performing at Flamingo Vintage, which we team that up with our First Fridays. They'll be playing this Friday, October 1st, which this will air. And I'm so honored to have these ladies here. So, ladies, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Great.
Good. Oh, man. Appreciate y'all coming. So, I'd like to tell you my first two where I was a little nervous and whatnot, but I'm very relaxed having y'all here today. And, you know, I kind of want to jump in. Tell me what's going on with the band and, you know, what you guys, you know, are doing right now, and other shows you may have coming up, and music influences, and we can just kind of run from there if you want. So
so Valerie the Vulture is like the band that I wanted to be in when I was 13 years old.
Nice. Nice.
So it's all ladies, and it's like 90s, early 2000s, like post Riot Girl pop garage.
Perfect.
Is probably
Pop garage is perfect.
Yeah, what I
that's
would
a great
call
way
it.
to call it.
So it's like thick, chunky chords, catchy melodies, like strong, like backup gang vocals, like punchy drum beats.
Right.
We keep
like,
it pretty simple.
You get like the chromatic parts of like grunge too.
Right. Perfect. It seems, of course, you know, knowing you two ladies, you know what I mean, and having you at the shop for the first time, which is we can't fucking wait, you know, for you guys to be there and whatever. It's like more like a Slater Kinney, influence, or Bratmobile, or those kind of things, or is it just like straightforward, like, you know, fuck you, you're in my face kind of thing? So.
It definitely comes from, for me at least. I
see that.
Yeah.
Just
well, no,
ladies,
I bring like the bones, and then we kind of like we build it from there.
You
So-
write all the songs.
Yeah,
though.
but
like I feel
I
like you're
bring, like,
undermining
the-
No,
yourself.
you're a big deal.
Yeah.
No lie. I know you're. Everybody knows your
bring-
name on the streets, lady. Both
I
of
like
y'all.
bring the
so.
bone structure,
Right.
and it goes from there. It's
Right.
a group project, but this like project for me definitely comes from being raised in Metro Detroit,
Right.
coming out to see local bands in local bars. Even when I was a little too young to do it, my parents brought me down here because
Right.
they knew that music was what I wanted to do,
That's right.
and it was happening down here. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I was like 13, 14 in bars with the X's on my hands and my
Yes.
face and wherever they would X me and all the bands.
Right.
And, it's what I wanted to do since I was very, very young, and my parents were incredibly supportive, and they were kind of in tune to like culturally what was happening downtown.
Right.
And early 2000s is like White Stripes, and that's like the catchy one, but
Right,
it's
yeah,
the
of
one that
course.
everybody else knows about. But,
Right, yeah, of course.
But there was also all this other stuff leading up to that, and then the falling out of that, and the motion of like music around that time kind of grabbing that raw like garage rock, and then the kind of national falling out of that where it like married pop music.
Right.
And I think that's kind of where this project lands me. Like,
Right.
like a 16-year-old girl, like trying to find music that I could see myself in, that I could relate to. And that's kind of where I found it. Like, was music that was accessible enough for me to be able to play at my skill level.
Right, right.
Music that my hands could be doing something, but all the focus was on the storytelling and the singing and the songwriting and the words and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this project means to me, at least.
Man, that is so smooth, because I'm glad you brought that up, because I'd kind of forgot to mention that. With First Fridays, of course, I'm from the South originally, but I've been in Detroit here a few years, and I love the city, and getting to meet people like y'all and those kind of things. And through that, I like to, what I'm doing here basically is interviewing real Detroiters, people from Detroit, musicians, artists, like all things awesome Detroit, you know what I mean? So to hear that from you, that's incredible, to have those influences, We'll piggyback off that, but yeah, that's rad, you know what I'm saying? Like, to have that influence and what you're about, and we know you, but it's like, I can't wait to know you even more, you know what I'm saying, with what you guys are doing and everything like that. So
I'm not that old.
Well, I know. And I didn't,
I've been
well, how about
doing
this?
this
Look,
for
well, hold on.
It's an
Real
ancient
quick.
relic.
Look, listen, world. I don't want to ever mention a woman's age. I learned that a long time ago from my grandma. So, yeah, I'm not doing those things.
Since I was so young, because the people making music around that time,
Right.
when I was 15, 16.
Right. How old are you now?
Hard Lessons.
You're
28.
Yeah, and
The Hard
Keaton, how old are you?
Lessons, The Sights.
I'm 25.
Right, amazing. Well, still, you guys are fucking killing it right now. So, I mean, everybody loves y'all in town. So, but anyway, not to interrupt.
No,
but,
you're good. I was just wanted to say that all those people were so kind to me when I was young.
Right.
Like,
Of course they were.
Like, they were like, yeah, you've got a guitar, get up there.
Right.
Go for it.
That's sick. It's Detroit, man. A lot of ways,
Yeah.
It's a lot. It piggybacks off. I hate to use that word again, but I lived in Nashville a number of years too. It's like, if you can pick, you can play. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the thing that I learned too. Being a musician as well. But so, what were your early music influences? You were talking about White Stripes and those kind of things. But both of you. Well, both of you. Yeah. That's good. That's why you have to come out on Friday to Flamingo Vintage. So
we've got an eclectic amount of influences. I mean, you have yours.
Yeah, I mean, so of course, like Riot Girl stuff,
Right,
garage
we were
rock
saying before.
stuff. When I was young, I was also a huge fan of like singer-songwriter stuff.
Right, perfect.
I'm a huge Ani DeFranco fan.
100%.
And like folk and singer-songwriter stuff. But then like Keaton's background is totally different than mine.
Right. Well, let's talk about your background, Keaton. So,
I was a classical cellist. I can't say I am anymore because I don't still play. I still have my cello, but I've played since I was really little.
Right.
I played through college, and but also I'm from Kentucky, so
Right.
I was really into country music.
yeah. So am I, as we know, we've talked
Right,
about.
of
Yeah.
course.
So yeah,
and I in high school, all I listened to was hip hop and country and classical music, which was kind of weird. But
I mean, get in where you fit in. So
yeah, but
that's-
then when I got to college, I played cello and orchestra for the first 2 years, even though I was an audio engineer major. But I was also playing cello, and it was like a lot. It was a little too much.
Yeah.
And then somebody asked me to play in their band, and I was like, okay. So I played cello on stage, like with a band. Like I got like a pickup, and much to my classical teacher's chagrin, she was very mad that I put my pickup in. But but as soon as I started playing with the band, I was like, oh fuck everything else. Like I wanna be a rock star.
Right. Perfect.
Which sounds like a baby thing to say, but I was like, yeah, I don't want to. My dream is not the Philharmonic anymore. It's to be in a band in any capacity.
Right. I mean, that's awesome. And you're doing country stuff as well. So is that what's with Missy May and that kind of thing? Is that what? Yeah, you guys are doing those things too. Well, that's cool. I guess I don't know. It's one of those things. I guess having both of you here, and then of course we have the Stools, and then we have Ben Astro and those guys playing as well. But we're pretty fucking pumped, my girlfriend and I. To have you guys play at the shop and whatnot. So talking about, I guess, albums and recordings and things you have going on. I mean, right now, what do you see in the future of what's happening with you guys? Like, as far as like, obviously there's going to be Friday, there's things happening, but
I don't know what happens after Friday.
Right. That's amazing. That's the best answer. That's the best answer.
Existing and like committing to things and stuff.
Right.
As not only like one person, but as a group of people, where you need to take everybody's like comfortability and safety into account.
Right.
Things are constantly changing.
100%. Yeah.
It's been hard to kind of figure that out.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to like commit like, oh yeah, we're gonna go into the studio and like pay for like doing a whole album when we don't know if our jobs are secure, we don't know if like our safety's secure, like it's so
yeah, definitely get that.
I think it feels like having sex. No, like it's like there's so much communication about people's like comfortability level.
Right. Well, yeah.
About like what type of safety measures will
It's
be.
like having good sex.
Yeah,
is what
you're right.
mean.
Yes.
I know. Well, I guess
It's like, okay,
That's not
what
the
are
sex we had in
what
high
are we
school.
comfortable
Like,
with?
No.
How protected are we going to be? What's our risk level going to be?
Yeah.
It's like we're all having sex.
Right. That's,
All four of us.
We're all broke.
I know, exactly.
We're having
Well,
sex.
How much sex can we pay for?
Right, there you go. Well, as long as there's, I guess, condoms, involved, and a talk before, you know what I mean? Are you comfortable with this? But no, I understand that. The world's bananas right now, but at least things are opening up, and of course, like I said, once again, having you all at the shop and whatnot, and like I said, we're honored by that. To have those things. Just the idea that I'm sitting here talking to you guys and the comfortability of it, you know what I mean? And we're not Zooming and we're not doing those things right now, but
It makes me feel human.
it makes me feel human hanging out with you. We love you all to death. So it's, things are turning around a little bit, you know what I mean? Obviously there's been shows and things like that, but you have to take account of what's happening. But like I said, I'd even talk to Danny and Kristen and Eric about, things and, having the Hamtramck Music Fest and going and seeing bands and going and seeing shows and things we're doing at the shop and those kind of things. It's, we've seen a few concerts, those kind of things, but it is a little scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you guys kick ass, so you have to get in the studio. So, if you have to wear a mask and take them off while you're playing and put them back on or whatever, y'all need to do that.
You could always just record in our basement, too.
Right. That's old school, and I figured y'all would be doing that anyway. So that's kind of that's pretty fucking rad. Well, let's talk about music influence and stuff like that, and talking about how long you guys have been playing and those things. Are there any, I guess, how can I put it, ideas of what kind of direction you guys want to go in once you've had those conversations? You know what I mean? I guess after Friday or, wherever that may be. So
It's like a weird world to create music in right now.
yeah.
So Keaton has a podcast too.
Right.
Do you know about this?
I'm just finding out. She did
Yeah.
not tell me these things. But,
About like music business and distribution.
Oh, perfect.
And that's something that even though I'm not that old, I'm very old school in the way that I do things.
Yeah,
Like,
I see that.
but that's not the way people are succeeding in music these days.
Right. True.
It's like it's a brand new world. So I've been relying a lot on her and the expertise that she's been developing to make decisions like that, I feel like, and I will continue to.
Wow.
It's a different world than 10 years ago when I was like mailing packages to people to get them to let me play at their record stores.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's not the way it is no more.
Yeah.
Fucking old school. Well, talk about your podcast then, because I didn't know that. So.
Well, the way you described it is very flattering.
Did I do
But
okay?
it's,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
It's called Audio Snack, The Business of Jingles. And so, honestly, we created this podcast. It was my dad's idea, and he was like, "Okay, you guys
I
have
didn't
this
know
new,
that.
yeah, because
That's
we
cool.
we have."
I met your dad a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, he
it's,
came up from
at one of your
Kentucky.
shows. Yeah, great guy. Him and your mama.
He's
They're
very
good.
sweet.
They're good folks.
Yeah, and so like we created this podcast because we have a company called Audio Snack, and we're trying to do custom music. We didn't really have a ton of direction. We were just like, we make music for no reason all the time, and we have nothing else to do. Why don't we like try to get this in some ads or like anything? Like we can make any type of music like between us, like me and my 2 roommates, we have like
Yeah.
pretty much every genre covered. Like we can do kind of anything. And so he was like, dude, you should just have a podcast where you interview some like big wigs in the industry that are like behind the scenes, because they never, like, it's not
don't
like
get
they're
the
just,
love.
yeah, it's not like they're Justin Bieber. Like girls aren't like, young girls aren't like running up to them, like wanting to talk to them. So the fact that
Right.
like 3 young people that are really excited want to talk to them, like they're totally ready to like explain their entire, like everything that they do, and like they're happy to do it for free. Obviously we're not bribing them to be on the podcast,
Right. I know.
but then as
I
soon
had
as
to rob
we
you ladies, by the way.
But then
so
as soon
look,
as we-
you're gonna get your 6-pack and your donuts, lady, down the street
just
in about
want
2
whiskey,
hours.
man.
Trust me.
but
A guy named Tito's gonna meet you on West Grand. You'll be all right. He'll be out there.
I don't like
I'm
Tito's.
joking. What? He's out there. I know you got
But,
bottle of tequila and some donuts, sister.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
in.
Tito's, yeah.
But I'm being satirical.
no, I know.
Yeah,
but
so.
but yeah, like, so we got to interview like big people, like the head of like the president of the Guild of Music Supervisors and stuff like that. So
Nice.
we got our foot in the door with all these people, just so that they just talked about themselves, and then they would always say like, yeah, send us anything, like so great to have you, like so great to be a connection. And then we were like, okay, so now we can like send the head, like the president of the Guild of Music Supervisors something if we think it fits in a show, you know? Like, not that we were using them because they taught us a bunch and we put the podcast out, but our main intention was like, let's like get our foot in the door with let's make these connections. And it did work. And like, I learned a lot about how, like, especially during the pandemic, like, you're not making money touring, and like nobody was really making that much money touring for the last like 5 to 10 years anyway. And like a good way, like if you're smart about it, sync is a really good way to make money. So that you can support the rest of your like creative music journey. And I think, like, I was talking to Willow about it because I think a lot of her songs, like, I'll see, like, I'm on some sites like Midio, and, like, which is somebody, we interviewed the founder of that. It's like MDIIO, and it's a free, like, sync, like, music supervision site, and you can upload everything, and then music supervisors see everything you put up, and it,
Right,
like,
that's sick.
yeah, it's really cool. It's, like, AI generated, so it, like, will just prompt them with your songs if it thinks they fit. And like I've seen a ton of like pitches that music supervisors have done that are like, I want this type of like punk, like young punk women song, and I'm like, fuck. Well, are we not supposed to curse?
But no, we're on YouTube. We can say whatever the fuck we want. So fuckity fuck.
like
There you go.
some
So,
of like
I'm kidding.
like Valerie the Vulture songs
Right.
could be perfect for that.
Right.
So it's totally like an avenue of success, I suppose.
I think like
That's a great format. Fuck, I need to learn. You need to do my podcast. How about that? Actually, I mean, Sean, you're fired as my producer, pal. How
No,
about
Sean,
that?
he's kidding.
By the way, I forgot about Sean. No, you kidding me? I love Sean Monahan. Like I said, we're at the Rick. We learned that today, Russell Industrial Center, and that's my guy.
Sean's
But,
walking out screaming and crying.
He is. He's
pulling his
actually.
hair out.
I just saw him.
Sean, come back.
I just saw him gut punching nuns, so it's serious. So
Oh, no.
he's on his way out. You know, growing up Catholic, I'm very offended, Sean. Thank you very much. So, well, that's unbelievable. God, how can I put it? I guess where that's gone and what you guys do. Let me say this too, because I'd kind of forgotten about it. I love girl rock bands. I love chick punk rock bands. I love all that, you know, and what you guys are doing as well. And as much as people in the city love you, you know, we've run in the same circles, and to be able to see you all this Friday is amazing. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just a thing I've had for so many years that I just, you know, fucking girls rock. You know what I mean? I grew up in a house full of women. I always had just beautiful, like, you know, records that my mom played of just kick-ass women, you know what I mean? From, I don't know, just take your pick. But what you're doing, and that too is amazing. You know what I mean? To have exposure for, you know, artists and those kind of things. And of course, you know, especially women, you know what I mean? For me, that's pretty exciting. You know, just, I think it's rad, you know what I mean? And so, I don't know, how can I put it? I want to know about some of your albums, or things that you are recording or things like that, and what you guys are doing and writing and those kind of things. So if you kind of want to talk about that, that'd be cool too. So
Yeah. So right now we've just got a bunch of backlogged stuff.
right,
We took the quarantine very seriously.
yeah,
Yeah. My partner is immunocompromised.
yeah,
I'm very close with my two parents. They're getting old.
right, yeah.
So we shut everything down. So we've got things that we've been sitting on now forever.
You've written like
Well, I
well,
can't
they're
wait
new.
to
They're
put it
new.
out,
The songs
so.
that
We
you've
got
written
new
that are new.
stuff
They're new
too,
for
but we've
us.
also
They may not
got-
be new for you, but
You're right.
Yeah.
I've got stuff that I've been sitting on now forever that now I'm getting to take to the group, and that feels really
yeah,
great.
there's lots of like new exciting stuff for us, but
yes,
it's probably
for
old
me,
for
I'm
you.
like, I wrote that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's been 2 years.
I
It
literally
has
can't
been.
believe that.
No,
That's
we
insane.
we
I know.
played a couple weeks back, and it was the first time we had played in over 2 years.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
When you said that, I was like, there's no way. Like I had to like think through the last 2 years. I was like, oh my God. That's crazy.
Wow.
A lot of band members lost family during the pandemic. It was just very hard on us.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost family. It was one exposure after the other. People lost along the way. It was hard. It was nasty for
It's a
us
shit
as
show.
a group.
Yeah.
So we put everything on the back burner to try to take care of ourselves.
Right, 100%. We got to put it out there now. So here we are. Like I said, we're open up a little bit more. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But I can't wait for it to come out. I know the world can't either. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So as far as other projects you're doing, maybe side projects, I know that you had Willa Rays, I guess, and
Yeah.
you're working there, and you're performing there as well. And once again, you got Devil's Rodeo going on and those kind of things. And
So yeah, I
Yeah, so
perform
if you
as
guys wanna-
myself.
right, I know. Well, the funny part is knowing about it and those kind of things. I haven't. Well, obviously, I guess once again talking about COVID and those kind of things, I hadn't got a chance to get over there.
The
you know what I mean?
Willis.
What? Yes, I have
Yeah.
not got a chance to get
Could you
over
call it the
there.
Willis Rays?
God.
There's
I
been a
wish
lot of
it was-
names. Look, she's infamous. All I know is
It's not
Well,
my
I mean,
heart.
that-
that's
It's
very
not my
flattering.
heart.
No,
That feels
but-
really nice.
Well, I have
for
friends
a second I was like, wait, what?
Well, we
No,
have
people
friends.
do that all the time. Yeah.
I get it. Well, then that's my mistake.
Willis
I'm sorry,
No,
but,
you're good.
Well, no, it's funny because we
Someday,
have.
someday.
Willa Rays.
Well, we have the dude. Willa Rays. I misspoke, obviously.
No, you're good.
But no, my
I
thing
wasn't
is.
trying to make fun of you.
No, please, my God. Well, there's so many people that are like, oh my God, we love her and what she's doing and things and all the things, and you're very infamous there. So it's like,
Yeah.
I need to get down there. It's like a fucking speak or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I entertain on my own.
Right.
I have like a residency type thing where I'll entertain regularly at the Willis Show Bar, and it'll
Right.
have different themes each month.
Right.
So last month we did Amy Winehouse's Back to Black record.
It was fucking awesome.
It was wild.
It was so good.
That's awesome.
That music is just like so rich and emotionally charged.
Yeah.
Right.
There were so many like talented hands in that.
Right.
That record is out of
It's so good.
control. So,
And our other band member, Paige, played too.
yeah, Paige
She
is
played
a
guitar.
jazz studies student. She
Oh, that's
studies
perfect.
guitar at
Cool.
Wayne State.
She's like one of the best guitar players I've ever seen.
Me too.
Wow.
Yep.
She's amazing.
So talented.
Right.
Yeah.
And she does not act like it. Like I remember like the first
Most
time we
don't,
ever had
so.
practice, and I was like, whatever, like I could be playing guitar. And then like she showed up and she like looked so unassuming. Like
Right.
she's hot, but she's like very casual. And then she came up and was just shredding, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my fucking
Wow.
God.
She
I thought I
shreds
was good at guitar.
nasty.
Oh my God. Yeah,
She
she's really
does,
good.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I haven't been yet. Now I really need to get down
yeah,
there.
because I thought
so-
Avery was the best guitar player. My boyfriend Avery, I
Right,
thought
yeah,
he was
yeah.
the best guitar player I know. But
Well, yeah.
she's got so much more style than him.
Right.
And like I remember
Don't
the first
tell
time.
him
I
It's
remember,
funny
like,
because my girlfriend has a lot more style than me, so everybody wins there. Yeah, she's over there blushing. There she is, lady.
yeah, because
So,
like Avery
but
was
anyway.
temporarily playing drums with us for a second while we like got everything in order.
Right.
He's not a lady, so he wasn't gonna stay.
Right.
But like
Avery's an honorary Vulture.
Yes.
though. He's been a really big supporter.
he's a
of us.
Vulturo.
Yeah.
For sure, I'll
Yeah.
take that. That's a
Vulture.
good point, so.
The last year before things shut down for Theater Bazaar, we had him on a leash on stage.
Oh yeah, yeah. We literally walked him on the leash. It was amazing.
Why
He
just last
looked
night I was
great.
on a leash? No, I'm just
But
kidding.
I remember the first time
I'm
like he had practice with us where he was like subbing in for drums and like Paige like ripped a crazy solo and he was just like I like looked over at him and he was like playing. He was like, oh my god. He was like, oh my god, Paige. Literally, I'm about to cry.
Right.
It's like, Avery, calm down.
Wow, that's cool. That's
So Paige is
unbelievably
working
cool.
on her jazz studies degree.
Right.
Yeah,
cool.
she's a baby too. She's
Yeah.
like 2 years old, and she's
No,
already
Paige
so
is
good.
All you guys are
22,
2 years
right?
old. I'm old as fuck. So you guys
Yeah,
are all
she's-
2 years older than me, but I love
She's
it.
either
so.
21 or 22.
I think she's 22.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So she's a baby. And then Noelle,
Noelle
Rivard is drumming with us right now.
Right. Cool.
And she also plays in a band called Scarlet Lies.
Cool.
It's
Perfect.
like glam rock. It's very cool.
Right. That's pretty rad.
They haven't played in forever either.
Right. Well,
they
we'd love to-
weren't operating pre-pandemic either, so I'm
Right.
sure they'll have a fierce return soon.
Right. Cool. Well, we'd love them in the shop as well. But like I said, we can't wait for y'all to be there and those kind of things. Well, fuck, dude. I wish they were here now. Jesus, all of them. So I didn't want to meet Avery. Him and I can walk out to the bathroom. Y'all can finish the podcast. But
Yeah, I did tell you that he, for a really long time, thought your name was Chamberlain.
Chamberlain. That's awesome. That's cool.
I don't know
You
why.
know, oh my God, I love Chamberlain.
I don't know why.
Actually, you told me that story.
Yeah,
If
and
I'm
I
not
was
mistaken, yeah.
like, I was like,
I like Chamberlain.
I was
Well,
like,
my
'cause, like, it
porn
was-
name is Drake Baltimore. If you know that, literally, that is it's literally. So
Maybe it should be Chamberlain.
maybe. Well, Drake Chamberlain. Now we can
Chamberlain
change-
draws.
My,
Chamberlain draws, like drawers,
What's
like
that?
draws. That's a good name.
what's that? How about Chamberlain Black? I like that.
That's a pretty good
So,
one.
I'm in. Chamberlain Brown.
But I have
'Cause I'm
no
brown,
idea where
so-
he got
or-
that name.
Right,
He has
that's
no
amazing.
idea where he got
Jeez,
that
I totally
name.
forgot that story. That's amazing.
He thought it for
Forgot
a
about
very,
that
very
too.
long time, and it was like during the period like I had met you like maybe twice,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then there was
You've been
like
to the shop a couple
a
times, yeah.
lot of like pandemic.
Right, of course.
And
know.
I was like,
well, I
Avery-
moved here and then the world fell apart.
Yeah,
you know
and
what
I was
mean?
like,
And
Avery,
then
I'm
that's why I got to see
pretty
you guys,
positive
you know?
his name is not Chamberlain. He was
Right.
like,
No,
no.
it's not.
And then I couldn't remember if he was saying if it was Constantinople or if it was like
Something like
I couldn't remember what he thought it was.
Right.
And then like I remember
Something
that your name was
stoic?
Finn,
'Cause
and I
I'll
was like,
take that.
dude, it's Finn. And he was like, that is the opposite of Chamberlain.
It is the
That couldn't
opposite of
be
Chamberlain.
more opposite of a name than Chamberlain.
right. I like Chamberlain though. It's
Chamberlain's,
amazing.
Chamberlain's a really good alter ego
Yeah,
name for
it
you.
is. Well, I'll take that. I'm on the Drake Baltimore thing, but only
You
with
can have more than one alter ego.
right there. You go.
Yeah,
How
that's the
about
point.
that?
That's the alter part.
She's yeah. Me
can
and
have
Laura seen
several.
that. That's right. Geez, I forgot you told me about that. That's amazing. So,
I don't know where he got that name at all.
dude, I love Chamberlain. Are you kidding me?
It's a sick
Maybe
name.
I got to put it in there somewhere. I don't know. It's gonna be like a password somewhere or some shit. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna adopt Chamberlain.
Everyone,
It's gonna be.
if you're trying to hack into Finn's account,
There you go. How about that? You will
his
not get
passwords are
Chamberlain because I realize I'll put it out in the world.
Exclamation point.
Exactly. Perfect exclamation point, Chamberlain. So there's that. Chamberlain. I love
It's such
it.
a good name.
It's a rad name. I know. That's the thing. I like Drake, though. Drake Baltimore. Even though I don't like Drake.
It sounds
it's
like Drake Bell. I gotta say,
I'll take Drake Bell. I don't know.
Drake Bell's
How about
Whack.
Chamby? It should be Chamby.
Chamby.
Chamby or Jambi. But, you know, I know. Exactly. Mecca Lecca High. Mecca Hardy Ho. So I'm into that too.
I mean, is that what you just said?
Didn't you guys ever watch me? Seriously? Do you watch Beavis Playhouse?
I would like to address
Mecca
really
Lecca
quickly.
High. Mecca Hiney Ho.
I would like to address the fact that I asked if there was a bathroom that was not grudgy. Like
You did.
as in
That's
the
amazing.
grudge. And you guys
We're in the Russell, so.
both boys go, yeah, it's right this way. And then we were escorted there by Nikki, and then
Yes.
it was the scariest bathroom I've ever
It
been
is pretty
in.
tough. I'm not gonna lie.
It
And
is.
then-
That is where you get
count.
murdered. Literally in the toilet I peed in, there were
And
like
then,
there was a pee of 1,000 men in there before.
And then apparently
Oh, so
nobody
it's
else
so-
sat on the toilet
Nobody
other
sat
than
in
me.
I've never been in the women's
I
bathroom.
sat on the toilet.
Willa.
That's what
Oh, that's
toilets
tough.
are for.
That's-
Sitting on.
not
That's
that
awesome.
toilet.
Well,
Not
hopefully,
that toilet.
hopefully you're skinny down below because you might take home a couple little crustaceans with you. Who knows?
Yeah,
But,
you don't sit
yeah, I
on
said
those
that,
type
so
of
what?
seats.
So,
Am I right?
Well, no, you guys hover. You guys are the queens of hovering.
You're supposed to hover, especially on
me and my okay. Look, me
that
and
toilet is the grub hub.
it has a train spotting aesthetic. Yes, that is true. But here's the thing. I was talking to Nikki. We were on the road. We just got back. You know, we sold at Viva, Las Vegas, clothes and things like that, and we traveled L.A., Hollywood. We did all these things. But there were a few bathrooms where she did the hovering. So you ladies have that hovering art where you just kind of.
I don't have
You don't touch a seat. Look, you're a girl. I know you're a seat toucher. So that's it. You're like, I'm gonna plop down and say, "Fuck all y'all." I'm surprised you don't squirt on the seat and don't lift the seat up. You know what I mean? You're like, "Fuck this. I'm peeing here." We know your story, Willa. Oh, we know your story, sister.
Gross.
That's amazing.
She's a grody hody.
Grody hody.
Tell the world.
We're out there. We're telling the world right now.
I'll stand behind it.
We're going to tell your story,
Willa's
sister.
yucky.
We're on the streets. We got our ear to the ground. You know what's happening here. So it's yeah. Well, the bathroom. It's a Russell, man. So it's fucking Detroit. You know. So it's gritty and grungy, and I love it.
There's a difference between fucking Detroit and literally the Grudge bathroom.
It is a Grudge bathroom.
That is a horrifying bathroom.
Well, our studio's
that's
nice.
not just like a normal dive bar in Detroit shit show.
Right.
Like that's.
You peed in some bad
special.
bathrooms. I know I have at 47. Even playing on stage
I'm pleased
and
that I
traveling.
had toilet paper.
Did y'all have toilet paper?
Oh,
There was toilet paper.
Plenty
That's
of
cool.
toilet paper.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that where this podcast is gone? We're talking about toilet paper at the Russell.
I'm
now?
sorry. Do you have anything else to say?
I don't know. I'm very intrigued by this conversation. Sean, my producer, Mr. Monahan, what do you think about the bathrooms at the Russell? So, where are you at on
I
that?
think that they were fine.
I don't like the look on his face, and he's very unassuming. He's the sweetest guy I know. I love this fucking cat, and he's talking about, yeah. Well, let's talk about the bourbon you brought us. How about that? So, let's pull the bourbon.
Oh,
I'm very
and we
excited.
have a gift for you.
You have a gift.
Yeah,
Are you
and
kidding
now's
me?
the time to give
Will
it to
has
you.
a gift.
Yeah.
What? Are you
We don't-
kidding me?
See,
I
this
don't
was a
go
Willa
places
thing.
without gifts.
I know, because
Like if someone invites you somewhere, you
Because you're
don't
fucking
come.
amazing. That's why you're on my
I'm
third
Italian.
podcast ever. You're goddamn right you are, and so am I. So that's very exciting.
Here
So,
comes the gift. It's
Are
a
you
liquor store gift. So I hope you
serious?
like it. Yeah.
I'm going to do the thing,
Wait,
because we're not
yeah,
filming
yeah.
this, so I'm doing the thing.
I was gonna say.
This is
you
what
gotta
Mark
get this
Maron
out.
does. He just crumples up things.
Is it sun chips? No.
Oh,
It's a cigar.
that's unbelievable.
I got the yellow one. I didn't know.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is amazing.
Well, we
I got a
heard you
cigar.
were trying to be more suave.
Suave, huh? Well, I left being suave 25 years ago. But yeah, there's that. Like I'm throwing things in there
And
now.
it doubles
Well, what's
as a
going on
little dildo.
here? All right. Maybe.
Look at that case,
I
man.
see that case.
It's a strong cigar.
What do you
case,
ladies do
yeah.
at night? That's what do you guys do after practice? That's all I want to know. So
It is a powerful case. Can I see it?
It's a power case.
Oh, it is a case. You guys can do your things with the oils and the stuff, and I don't know. Now I'm getting very hot in here, and it's already fucking hot in here anyway. Now I'm getting extremely hot.
I am not
so.
hot at all. I'm actually cold.
Actually,
I think it's because you're wearing a
actually, it's
jacket.
comfortable in here. What's
You're
that?
wearing
really
two
firm.
layers of long sleeves.
Man, I got on my Fonzie, man. That's all I need. So, you know, Fonzie season 1. So I got Fonzie season 1, but
I did just pick it because of the case.
But it actually feels
it's
good.
the nicest case. Yeah.
it
Look
is
at
amazing,
this.
and it's yellow.
The packaging is
Tomas.
nice.
I've never bought a cigar from Steve's.
It is from Steve's, yes. Steve's is my liquor store of choice.
Thank you.
Steve's
That's
is the
amazing.
best liquor store.
People like
They
the
have-
rock and roll
hopefully-
liquor store.
If this thing actually works
I got some
out,
bad
Steve's is
times.
going to be my.
Nobody
He's going to be
knows
my
what you mean by
sponsor
the
if
rock
this
and
works
roll.
out.
People know what the
I know
rock
what
and
you're
roll
talking
liquor
about,
store
but-
is, right? Does anyone else in this room know
No,
the
I
rock
don't think
and roll
anybody
liquor
knows
store?
that.
No,
Really?
we were. I've
the
been drinking-
Loudenthal. Nobody knows the Loudenthal either?
The Latin I guess. Maybe.
I know what you're talking
across
about
from
because that
Smalls.
incident.
Oh, seriously?
Which
My-
incident? That's why I don't go there no more. Too many incidents. My last incident was that I needed Tide Pods, and I climbed the shelf at the Rock and Roll liquor store. It was
Oh,
the
my
only
God,
one
you're
open.
amazing. Yeah.
I climbed the shelf to get the Tide Pods, and I
Yeah.
didn't look in the thing.
Right.
And then when I got home to do my laundry, it was just like a mush ball of dirt and Tide Pod juices in plastic. But I'm too
That
scared to
sucks.
go stand up for myself, so I just have this sitting in my room. I'm like, I should go get a refund for the product, but
That's amazing.
Do you still
Haven't
have
done
it? I'll do
yet.
it.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll
That'd be really
fucking do
nice.
it.
You're
Was
really
it like
good at
4
that.
months ago?
No, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was when you needed the cat flea incident?
Yes, we had fleas.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Literally, how about this?
Wow.
The next time I go to
Sat on the toilet. I have fleas. Fleas.
Yeah,
no
she does-
toilet
she
paper,
doesn't-
I know, and a
I have,
dildo
like-
cigar, everybody wins here. Are you kidding me?
She's one-upping people with like STDs. She's like, I've got fucking fleas. They're in my skin. It's awesome.
I got Flurpees. That's hot. So
I actually
Dude,
had a staph infection.
I just
once.
wrote that. It's patent pending.
Why?
Have you guys ever had a staph infection on you?
No.
No, I have friends who have that I
It
grew
was
up with that
awful.
went to dead shows. They had them.
Yeah, I thought I had bugs.
It's tough. I know.
How'd you get a
Staph
staph
infection.
infection? Did you have to have a cut? Like, did you like?
Yeah, I guess I had like a cut or a dry skin patch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a
But
thing.
this time it was bugs. Because I sat around with my staph infection for a very long time. Like, why are the bugs biting me and nobody
Right,
else?
exactly. I know. It's a hot summer day, fleas, those kind of things.
Why am I
Jeez.
covered in bites and all my
Right.
roommates are fine?
That's amazing.
That
Well, you know,
is-
darling, I love you. We're gonna bypass the picture now, and we're gonna. Pete, what are you doing? We're taking a picture with. No, I'm kidding. That's amazing. This cigar is awesome. Thank you so much
You're
for that. I
welcome.
know. I guess I'm trying to be more regal. I don't know, but well, you know, we were in Mexico in February and May, and then it picked some up, and then got charged up at the things with the things, and the people being like, oh, whatever. We're just lucky to get back. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, having the testing and those kind of things coming back. What's that? Yeah, customs. Those
Yeah,
things.
you said the things and the things. I was like, is it border? The border? Is that what you
I don't know. You know, I just use words and sentences, but customs,
Like the
those
things.
things. Thank you. My executive,
entering the country,
Sean,
is
my
that what you
executive,
meant?
my co-producer, Nick Nugel over there, still tell you the story, but no, it was great. It was beautiful coming back, but you know, very protected and things like that. But we went to Tulum twice and Holbox, and yeah, we just we Valladolid and enjoyed it down there. You know, it's a whole different world down there, which is cool. So. You guys need to go to Mexico and fucking kill it. That's what y'all need to do. Go down there and play some music. So.
I was conceived in Mexico.
Of course
Really?
you were. I know.
Yes, I was.
Is there anything you can't do, lady? That's the thing.
She
Look,
can be conceived in Mexico.
I'm, I'm sure she
Conceived
can.
in Mexico.
I know.
Is that what you like when you go to college and they're like,
story,
"What's your
yeah.
icebreaker?" Is that yours?
Right. You better declare Mexico right now. So, or else.
I'm actually
So.
Mexican because I'm actually like
She brought me a
2%
cigar from
Mexican.
No, I'm not. But I was conceived in Mexico. My parents lived in Los Angeles.
Nice.
And my mom was taking welding classes,
that.
and she crossed the border to take the
That's
welding
so hot.
classes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
hot.
fucking
And
amazing.
then they made me in Mexico.
They welded you.
They welded me.
I mean, you're a superhero. The fucking
They
love you,
welded
Willa. That's amazing.
me.
But you
That's
grew up,
so
but,
hot
you,
that
but
she
obviously you
went
grew
to
up,
Mexico
your parents
for
grew up in
welding.
Detroit.
Yeah, Metro Detroit.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. And then, you know, and you and everything like that.
Yeah,
Dude,
my
had a good
father's
time.
family is from the Detroit area. And
Right.
my mom's family's from the East Coast, but both my parents spent their like 20s and early 30s in LA.
Right,
I love LA.
right. Yeah,
I'm
we do
jealous
too.
that you're in LA.
We just
Yeah.
talked about that. Now, keep in mind, I'm now a Michigander, and I have been for a few years, and I followed Mia Moore here, and I fucking love it in this city. You know, I'm always going to be a Southerner, and I'd mentioned this, to Croha, you know, talking to you, Keaton, and whatever with that. But being a Kentuckian and stuff, but being in Detroit the last few years, you know, I'm proud to be here. I really am. You know, I love this fucking city. I met so many beautiful people, you guys included. So many great bands, so many great artists and stuff. This city is so just, you know, Detroit's on the rise in a lot of ways, and you know, it's historically just everything that's happened here and things like that. But I met so many great artists, musicians, just great people here. You know.
Yeah.
And but anyway, all that said, here we are. So we were in LA a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, man, LA, and is it fake? Is it not? We had some great friends out there too, and I'm like, dude, but I kind of like LA. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool with what's happening out there and stuff. And
I like the beach and the weather.
we do too. You know,
Yeah,
and
I like the sunshine.
there were two things we loved. We did the touristy shit. Now, I take some of my mama. She passed a few years back. So I take my mama wherever I go. So we went to we did kind of the touristy things. We went to Santa Monica Pier, and then I put some of her on the beach. And I let the water wash her out. And we were Joshua Tree, and I buried some of her Joshua Tree and stuff. And my girl got to go Big Bud Press, which I did not know that as a man of fashion. So she got some great clothes
I
there.
know about Big Bud
All
Press.
the women do.
Yeah.
Why am I the only look, and I've been wearing, what the fuck with Big Bud Press? I love it. Her pants are the fucking truth. She got
You need
rompers
those
and shit.
high-waisted pants.
There she is. She's got them right now. Look.
Damn,
girls
girl.
dance. I know. That's what I'm
Looking
talking about.
good.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I know about that, but we got to do a lot of cool things there. We did Griffith. We did these things and stuff, and we went to we went to go a little. We went down to Rodale Drive, went to Beverly Hills, and drove around. And I don't know, I'm fucking on this LA tangent, but whatever. And but it's cool. I hadn't been out there in like 20 years. The last time I was there, well, just to kind of talk about that. So I went to Vegas. Ironically, when we went to Vegas in LA, my birthday's late December, so we thought, fuck it, Y2K, because I'm 47. We thought the world's going to end in 2000. Let's go to Vegas in LA. Me and my best friend's birthday is December 27th. Mine's the 28th, and so we went there. Then we went and stayed with a friend of mine in LA, and they actually lit up the Hollywood sign, and it was the first time since World War II, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Aww. And then we were sitting on Hollywood and Vine at a friend's studio. I got this fucking really shitty tattoo that I've since covered up. And then we had a blast that day and did all these things. It's kind of touristy, this and that. But then through that, I hadn't been in a while, and I don't know. LA's kind of, there's really cool, genuine people there. Obviously, artists and musicians and whatever. The sea. It's fucking
Since
LA.
World War. So you're old.
Well, that's right. I'm that old. I know. I had on my
my God.
This sailor. That's right. This sailor ported in San Diego in the summer of 1905. I'm out there. I'm aging backwards like Ben Buttons, baby. I'm aging backwards.
I mean, you look great.
Yeah, thank you. I know.
If I had to guess,
I know Brown don't.
I think I would have said 40.
I'll take that too. 147, Brown don't crack. So but I'm actually 148. So I'm Wolverine.
Okay,
I'm fighting. I'm just going through the motions. No, well I hadn't been out there since 2000, and it was really really cool. But yeah, LA's rad. We got to do a few things there that were cool. We did the Griffith Observatory. We saw the Hollywood sign. We did all those fucking things. But and so actually, it was funny too. We met a guy. What was his name, Nick? Sergio. I guess we met this guy, and we were at this bar in West Hollywood.
This sounds like the most made-up story I've ever heard.
No, it's actually very true. We went to a tiki bar. No, his name was Sergio.
We met this dude named Sergio. He went to this tiki bar.
And he was like, dude, we'll take my plane and go back to Vegas. Well, look, it was made up until he pulled out this knot of cash, and he was like, man, I love you guys.
Did you get on his plane?
No, we did not, because we actually had to come back home and be responsible and adults. And
That
actually,
would've been
my
sex
girlfriend was like, well, I'm on the streets, man. Look, this podcast doesn't pay for it by itself, so you gotta earn your keep. You know what I mean? You gotta earn your keep. And then, well, anyway, so he was we had a fucking great time in LA. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. I see that in you too. But I know you're a fucking pure Detroiter, and that's rad. So, and
I
your
love
family
LA. I love Vegas. I love Miami.
Right.
I love New York. Places are good.
Places are good. I love New York too. I lived in Brooklyn a few years. I fucking
This
love
is
New York.
home.
So, you're goddamn right. I love it here,
places.
man. I love being here, and I love the fact that I have you guys on, and and just like I said, in a lot of ways, people are transplants in Detroit and stuff like that, but there's just so many beautiful people here that do so many beautiful things, you guys included and stuff like that. Of course, Keaton and I, like I said, we kind of grew up in Kentucky and raised there and whatnot, but we've been in Detroit a number of years and stuff, and I know I can speak for myself anyway. I mean, I love this town, you know what I mean? It's just, I've made lifelong friends here, you know what I mean? You guys included with that, and for me, it's been an honor, and it's been an honor talking to you guys. So if you want to talk about, right before we kind of end this here in a bit, if you guys want to talk about some upcoming things, obviously besides Friday, which is October 1st at Flamingo Vintage, come see these ladies. They fucking kick ass. But then anything else, you guys, Devil's Rodeo or, your thing?
For Valerie the Vulture, Friday's the one.
Right, cool.
Friday's the one.
Well, then you bring
we
your
don't know
fucking
when
ass
we'll
out
be
there, so.
back out of the cave, so
right.
Friday's the big one. You gotta come see us play on Friday at Flamingo Vintage.
Right, perfect.
But they can stream OG Valerie.
Yeah, absolutely. You can stalk us online. There's content.
Is like all the stuff that's recorded on Spotify, or where could they
Yeah.
listen to it?
You can do it on Spotify, YouTube. There's music videos that we made pre-quarantine and during quarantine with the green
Go watch the
screen.
music videos.
Yeah.
Those are sick. Valerie the Vulture.
I love a music video, 90s baby.
Everyone loves a good music
I used
video.
to watch that shit for hours.
MTV?
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I loved the 80s ones and stuff when they would do the like 3 hours of 80s countdown. I would sit just with like the drool coming out of my mouth. I love a music video. So that was important for this project.
Do we have
also.
that one that we put like when we were in the pandemic, like
Oh,
with, like,
yeah.
the squares? Is that on our YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
on our YouTube. We made a sweet little pandemic music video when we were all separate
Very
That's rad.
with green screens and intertwining images and stuff.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You guys are ahead of your time. I don't know. Well, I'm old, so I love 80s,
You're not
90s,
that
all
old.
things. Old enough. Apparently, I'm
You're not
148.
crickety.
Well, I'm not crickety. Well, I'm like 102. I have I won the Silver Star. I did all kinds of things, those kind of things. I'm joking about that, but seriously, I mean, I haven't got to see you guys play, honestly, and but other projects I know about and those kind of things. But man, we cannot wait to have you guys at the shop this weekend, and it's cool because this interview's been the tops, and we've been out of town for a couple weeks. Generally, I do 2 of these. Like I said, you're my 3rd one. Like I said, Keaton, I need to learn more from you than of how to do this. But we're very excited to have you guys there, and I hope that people are listening to this, and well, they will, I guess. Hopefully, I don't know. But I don't know. I pray to God. I'm trying to get it going, but
Where is it? Where are you putting the podcast?
right now just on YouTube. But I got to figure out all the other formats, I guess, and those
I
kind
can
of
show
things.
you.
Yeah, please, thank you. My God, that's cool. It's infancy, but we're doing it, and
That's what's important.
right, it's cool. Well, fuck it. Like I said, Danny Crohan, he's a good friend of mine. Those kind of things, and some Detroit legends, Mia Moore, others, my producer, were even like, dude, just fucking do it. Because I kept talking, hey, I'm gonna do a podcast. And I thought about it for years, and but I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So to have you guys and people that I admire, especially in Detroit, and artists and musicians and those kind of things, it's been a real pleasure, ladies. And
Thank you for having us.
thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
and
you so much.
And I cannot wait until Friday. We can't. So once again, Valerie Vulture will be at Flamingo Vintage this Friday, October 1st. This podcast will be airing and starting on October 1st. So please come out, see these ladies. They kick ass. Come by close. We love you. So that's it. So love both of y'all. I appreciate you.
Thank you. You
All
too.
right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Backseat says she's his one and only. She's 16, she's green, but she's heard all of the warnings. She's 16, she can't see. There's 2 sides to the story. He tells her everything's okay. She wants to leave, but yet she stays. Hey, James Dean, don't leave. Come over here and hold me. It's not you, it's me. At least that's what he told me. He's James Dean. He leaves despite his quiet promise. He's James Dean. He leaves. You're broken and dishonest, and she's the one who holds the blame. She wants to leave, but yet she stays. I wish I could have told her and those who came before her and every woman that you've ever backed into a corner. Whatever clothes she wore or the things she thought she owed you, her body don't belong to you